They're physical. I said that probably the biggest thing. Their O-line's big. They're big and physical. That's kind of how they won the league last year with the big offensive line, ran the ball well. They lost that quarterback from last year. I think that's hurt them some. But their running backs, they use kind of running back by committee, but 21 is their leading rusher. But they all run hard. They're physical. Got some big tight ends. Had a kickoff return for a touchdown last week. That definitely. And then defensively is probably the same thing, big and physical. They're a lot of look like older, mature kids, and they played really well last week. Played hard, played physical. So it's going to be a tough physical game.
Are they pretty multiple on defense?
They are kind of by some different games. They've been multiple. So like what they've done in some games has been a lot different than what they've done in other games. So you have to prepare for multiple. That's for sure. They definitely have some different schemes, how they want to blitz you. Coverage-wise, they do some different things. And then a couple games, they were just totally different scheme than they were other games. So you definitely got some stuff you got to prepare for.
How are you fixed for quarterbacks this week?
Colton's going to be able to practice today, so we'll see there, and so him and Mason.
And Mason's shoulder is okay?
Yeah.
Offense, I think sort of balanced there. They're probably looking to run. They kind of have a scampered quarterback, don't they?
Yeah, I think they're playing a different kid now than they were playing earlier in the year. So the kid that's playing now is a little bit more of a pure passer, more stays in the pockets, not as much. When he does scramble, he scrambles and looks to throw it, as opposed to scramble and look to run. They don't quite run the ball with him as much as they did with the other guy. And so you got to prepare for both. They're going to do both. They give you a lot of different formations and motions and different things that you got to make sure you line up for.
Coming off a tough loss like this, how do you try to prepare the kids this week? What attitude do you have?
Yeah, I think you got to go with the way I approached it on Sunday night was it's okay to hurt. It's okay to lay it all on the line, give it every last thing you got. That locker room was full of a whole bunch of people that were hurting about as bad as you could hurt on Saturday. But that's okay. It's okay to give it everything you got. It's okay to love. It's okay to go for everything with every last thing you got. That doesn't always mean it's going to work out the way you want it to. But it's better to give it everything you got and hurt as bad as you've ever hurt than not give it everything you got and not care. So it's okay to hurt. Let's lay it all on the line again every single week. And because then you can be proud of yourself. You can walk out. Are you happy about it? No. But you can look in the mirror and be proud of the effort and everything that you gave. And does it hurt? Way worse? Yes. But that's okay. So that was kind of the message I gave.
Said you have to watch film to sort of get a better read on. Did you get any other takeaways after?
Gosh, we kind of controlled the game most of the game. Thought our guys played super hard. I thought guys made plays at key times. We gave up 3 big plays on defense. That's what really the 2 big runs by their quarterback, which were great plays by him, and then the deep throw that he made. That was really their 3 big plays. And then offensively, we had 2 drives in the second half where we crossed the 40 going in, where we didn't come away with points. So if you just stop one of those 3 big plays, or you get points on one of those drives when you cross the 40, then you got a chance to win the game.
Like the defensive front, for the most part, played pretty solid.
Played a lot better. Yep, it was probably one of their better games they've played, which was great to see. I thought DJ Henderson played his best game. I thought he was really good on the sideline and the way he played and his leadership. So that's something good. Hopefully we can carry that on through the rest of the year. I thought that was big, and guys laid it all on the line. We just didn't get it done, which hurts. But we got to get ready to line up and do that again this week.
With the timeouts, is that just kind of an anomalous thing? Was it sort of the checking?
It was a couple different things. I think our first drive, Mason made some great checks. That's probably what helped us go down the field as much as anything. There was a couple times where it was probably me getting the play in too late, and then there was a couple of times it was some key situations, and it wasn't necessarily a play that I had called that he knew exactly what to check to. It was a third down situation, and so he called timeout to make sure we had the right play that we wanted. So it's a little bit of both. And then a couple of times we just got to get lined up faster as a whole group.
It's priority number one this week.
Priority number one would be probably again to stop the run. I think that still is probably number one. And we got to start winning the turnover battle. You know, we got to get some turnovers. We cannot turn the ball over, and we got to get turnovers. And that's about as simple as you know. It sounds really simple, but we got to make sure it happens. We got to make something happen in the special teams and not give up anything big in the special teams, and then continue to. I think we've improved. We improved a lot as a whole team last week. I think the last 2 weeks we've improved a lot offensively. We need to continue to improve, but we need to take that next step and do it enough to win. You know.
I imagine it's got to be driving you crazy. And what does it say if you're in the middle of the season and you're still having trouble getting lined up on time?
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily. Yeah, it's not a good thing. It was just we were changing formations, and they just gotta. It wasn't like they were lined up plenty of time for the play, but we got to get lined up sooner so we can see the defense and make sure we get to our checks.
With the takeaways, seems that fumbles are being forced. They're sort of just not bouncing.
Not getting them, yeah. So you just got to keep trying to find a way to get them, you know. And then we got to get some interceptions. You know, that's something that we need to try to work on and make sure that we get.
Is there any way to sort of work on that?
Yeah, we work on it every day in practice. You know, we have turnover circuits. We work on it hard and team. We just got to start making it happen in the game. You know, and I think a lot of times, usually that's if you're out hitting them and out hustling them, you have a great chance to get turnovers. And I thought we hit and hustled hard the other day. We just didn't come up with any turnovers. You know, so we just got to keep grinding and keep working at it.
Yeah, did you guys piss off some football god or something? I've never seen such an unlucky team.
We might have. I don't know what we did, but I wish we could change it because it sure seems like it. You're exactly right.
And the 2 QB thing, you've sort of been unlucky with the availability.
Yeah.
Of that too.
Yeah, it hasn't been it's, you know, you look across the league and there's a lot of quarterbacks that are out. You know, a lot of different guys have gone with quarterbacks, different guys. So it's a good thing that we've had 2 of them, but even having 2 of them, I don't know how much we've had one of them 100% healthy very often.
Does this change the way you look at the 2 younger guys with the thought that maybe we're going to have to use a third one before the season?
Yeah, and last week I was ready to do that. You know, Nikhil got a lot of reps, and if I thought that we needed to, just thought we were playing well. I thought we were controlling the game. We were moving the ball. We were taking care of it. We had the ball however many more plays than they did. I knew it a couple of days ago, but 20-some more plays than they did, a whole bunch of longer time. What do we have, 12 more first downs than they did? So I didn't want to – I thought we were in good position, but he will continue to get more and more ready to play, for sure.
Is he getting better?
Yes. Yes, he is. He made huge strides getting a whole bunch of more reps last week. And probably, to be honest with you, in the last 2 or 3 weeks, he's really made big strides.
Is there anyone, or I guess any group in particular, that you're expecting to take a step forward or needing?
I think people took a step forward last week. We just need to we need to make a couple big plays when maybe it's just a simple run, but it goes for a long one. Maybe it's a shorter pass, but it goes for a long one. You know, we need to break a couple more tackles, run through stuff. I thought the kickoff return that Jeff had, getting it out to the 50, that was huge. That was a big play. We need to have a few more things like that happen.
Is Isaiah healthy? Is he banged up a little?
I think any running back this far into the season that has the carries like he's had is gonna be banged up, but he's been playing tough. You know, Isaiah's been doing a great job for us. I mean, in no way not saying Isaiah's done a great job for us. I'm just saying some other guys got to step up and make some plays for us too.
But he's still capable of doing that job. He's not.
No, he's still good. Yep, he's good. Yep.
Seems like Southern Utah's, they're not as bad as their record might indicate.
No, they're a lot better than their record. You know, you look at their schedule. North Alabama's always been a great team. You know, I know that from when I was in the South. Then they play two Pac-12 teams, and then they play NAU and Eastern Washington, two of the better teams in our league. And they've kind of been like us. They've been on the road most of the whole year. You know, like we went 7 weeks and we're on the road all of them but 2. And they were kind of the same thing. So they're a good team. They won the league last year. They had a lot of those guys back. They lost their quarterback from last year. That was probably the biggest thing. But they're a good physical team that played really well last week. So we got to get ready to go to have a great game.
I imagine at this point in the season, everybody knows that you guys can really rush off the edge, and they're going to respond to that. Are you responding to the response and doing some more things?
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to do different things with him and moving him around, and we'll continue to do that. You know, Caden did some great things last week. He made some nice plays, did some really good things. Really thought it was one of Caden's better games he played, and so we just got to keep that moving forward, and hopefully he does that again this weekend.
He's sort of been too much of an asset on defense to use as much on.
Yeah, I've had a hard time taking him away from the defense. You know, I look out there and it's been hard to play him that much on offense. That doesn't mean they should I might play him 50 plays on offense this week. They better prepare for him.
I guess how was the visit back to Montana? See any family friends?
I saw there was a lot of family there. I saw my sister and her kids and some of her grandkids I saw the night before the game. And then my mom and my other sister and a lot of friends. A couple of my best friends I grew up with my whole life were there. So it was good seeing them, but it's a bad day when you don't win. So, but it was nice to see everybody.
It looked like the weather didn't affect the game.
It didn't. I was proud of our guys. Our guys went out and played, and that was bad conditions. It was cold. It was not great. And I thought for the most part, I don't think it affected many people at all. So I was proud of them for that.
Did it help warming up in the parking lot in the snow beforehand?
Yeah, I don't know, but it was an interesting day. It's just too bad that it didn't turn out on the other end, because I sure thought we gave ourselves a great chance to make sure that happened, but we just needed to make 1 or 2 more plays to make sure it happened.
The footing wasn't quite as bad as 2016 in Boise, was it?
No, the footing wasn't. Early on, I thought, when I was walking out there before the game, I thought it was similar. The numbers seemed a little more slick, and I told because that was really one of the biggest things in the bowl game is you had to stay off the numbers. That's where their guys were slipping. And I told our guys, stay off the numbers. The numbers seemed to be but they didn't end up showing up as bad as I thought it was going to be.